Joe Gold opened Gold's Gym in Venice in 1965, the same year that I was born. This is the time when Arnold Schwarzenegger was starting to enter into the specialized world of bodybuilding. The first Gold's Gym sat on Pacific Avenue just north of Windward Circle on the east side of the street. Later, the larger and more well-known Gold's Gym opened on Hampton Drive. Joe sold the Gold's Gym chain in 1970 and then opened World Gym in 1977 in Santa Monica. I visited the World's Gym with my friend Sean one time and watched Arnold do Roman chair sit-ups and calf raises right in front of us. Amazing. During my last year of high school, I noticed that Sean was getting more defined, which inspired me to work out as well. As I embarked on my studies at USC, Sean began attending California State University in Northridge. He needed to locate a gym in which he could work out early mornings, and he found Gold's Gym in Reseda. It was located at 18323 Sherman Way, just a block east of the famed Reseda Rissmillers Country Club, where all sorts of bands of the 1980s played, and just 2 blocks east of Reseda Boulevard. So this gym was pretty much smack in the center of the West Valley. It wasn't long before the gym piqued my interest, and I started working out there some nights after my studies at USC and most weekends. We each videotaped short posing sessions. I shot video of myself in my backyard doing some simple poses. Okay, so this is where the Gold's Gym was. Gold's Gym Reseda, originally when it was on Sherman Way, and this is the gym right here. The gym had about 5,000 square feet of space inside. Gold's Gym Reseda was somewhat dark and a little bit creaky, having been carved out of old retail space, sandwiched between other spaces in the wide structure. This was the only Gold's Gym in the San Fernando Valley at the time, and it was located just a few miles from Joe and Ben Weider's Weider Enterprises, which was located on Irwin Street in Woodland Hills. Joe and Ben Weider, like Joe Gold, had been instrumental in taking the nearly unknown sport of bodybuilding into mainstream America by bringing fitness into the minds of all Southern Californians. From there, it spread across the country like wildfire. I once visited Weider Enterprises just to see their lobby, and I saw Joe Weider's bronze bust perched proudly for everyone who entered to gaze at. As I started to leave that day, Tom Platz walked up the steps towards me. He was wearing a suit, and I quickly noticed that he was much shorter than I, and that his legs looked like they were about to burst out of his dress pants. I could only assume that he was going into a meeting with the Weiders. The Gold's Gym in Reseda was a sort of getaway for well-known bodybuilders who wanted to avoid the craziness and the tourists of Venice Beach, who often wanted photographs and who would often gawk at the bodybuilders as they worked out. Okay, and here it is. So this is the inside of the old Gold's Gym Reseda. And the space, basically they had most of the equipment was up and down here. And there was lots of machines, free weights, and it was a great place. It was open 24 hours, and it was just a lot of fun. And I used to come here usually 11 p.m. to midnight and to work out and saw all the big bodybuilders that are all here back then. So this is what it is. So it's about 5,000 square feet, and still exists, but it's just not Gold's Gym anymore. Throughout the 1980s, Gold's Gym Reseda was a workout spot for some of the most well-known bodybuilders and wrestlers at the time. This photo was taken one day while I was working out there, and the manager wanted to take a photo of everybody who happened to be there that day. I am the back row just right of center on my tippy toes. I personally remember seeing a lot of major bodybuilders at this location, and I worked out alongside some of the biggest guys in the sport, though the amount of weight I used paled in comparison. It always blew me away that I might be on the machines while Lee Haney was doing preacher curls right in front of me. Rich Gaspari was a manager at this Gold's, usually in the late evenings, and I saw him constantly during this time. The environment was low-key and everyone had good gym etiquette. People would let you work in with them on stations that were occupied without any kind of attitude at all. Some of the folks who worked out there included Steve Borden, Rufus Howard, Rocky Johnson, Rich Gaspari, Matt Mendenhall, Tom Platz, Jake Seinfeld, Lee Haney, Bertil Fox, Jeff Everson, Corey Everson, Roger Callard, Hulk Hogan, Tony Pearson, Andreas Colling, John Aranita, Chris Duffy, Albert Beckles, Mike Christian, Bob Paris, Sean Ray, Lee Labrada, Rory Ledermeyer, Chris Dickerson, Tony Atlas, Rachel McLeish, and Robbie Robinson. I saw Robbie Robinson work out right in front of me, and I would not be surprised if at some point Arnold, Franco, and Lou stopped through these doors at least once. As I stated, this was the only Gold's Gym in the San Fernando Valley at the time. And if you happen to know about it, it was something to behold. This is the back entrance to the gym. You'd come in from the parking lot, and the counter, which was moved to the right from the left, was where you'd check in and then just walk in and start doing your workout. Another friend of mine, Robert, also started working out there about the time that I was starting to wind down my weightlifting. He attended the same university as Sean and also worked in Northridge, so it was convenient for him to work out there as well. One night, Robert and his friend Kevin were going to do one of their late night workouts when I decided to bring my old video camera. Robert and Kevin had been doing a split routine at this time, working out in the daytime at the Power Source in Burbank around noon, then coming to the Reseda Golds to do a late evening routine. They enjoyed working out at two different gyms at varying times of the day. It gave them a change of environment. This footage was shot at about 11 p.m. on February 21st, 1986. I'm happy that I took this footage because it is the only footage that I have ever seen of this Gold's Gym location. Out of the three of us, Sean developed some definition, Robert got the largest by far, and me, well, I never grew much in the way of muscles. I just sort of got chunky and thick. But I had a great time working out and learning more about my own fitness. Working out here was nice because after about 9 p.m. it was very quiet with just the Rock Hits radio station on. We could work out without any interruption or chaos. This video is nice because it captures the time in our lives when we could go off to Gold's Gym Reseda after the day was done and we could do a focused workout in the tranquility of the night. Life was so simple back then.
So you actually went to a number of other dealers and couldn't find the lower price. That's right. Not only did we find the lowest price in all these Honda Cerritos, but the sales...
With 18 around compact S 94.7 KMET.
We belong to the sun.
KMG on a Rock and Roll All-Stars weekend, finishing up a set of Pat Benatar, Bell, and congratulations to Michael Shepard of
Well, I hope you've enjoyed our visit back to Gold's Gym Reseda. It's now long gone, but the memories will remain.